FB tweet. Pinterest email send text message print. Florida educators will soon be prohibited from discussing sexual orientation and gender identity subjects with students in kindergarten up to third grade after Florida Governor Ron DeSantis on Monday signed controversial legislation that opponents have denounced as the Don't Say Gay law, according to the Associated Press, CNN and NPR. The Parental Rights in Education bill is set to take effect in July. The measure blocks certain LGBTQ topics in the third grade or younger or in a manner that is not age-appropriate or developmentally appropriate for students in accordance with state standards. During the press conference for the bill signing, DeSantis argued that we will continue to recognize that in the state of Florida, parents have a fundamental role in the education, health care, and well-being of their children. We will not move from that. Though DeSantis aides and supporters insist the language of the bill is non-specific to LGBTQ people, advocates have spoken out against the law, citing the history of how it was first drafted. The bill's opponents say that it will lead to adverse effects on an already marginalized community. Some have noted that its vagueness could have broad implications. Attempts to narrow the language of the law failed before it passed the legislature. The Trevor Project said the bill will erase LGBTQ identity, history, and culture, as well as LGBTQ students themselves. The nonprofit organization also reported LGBTQ youth who had access to spaces that affirmed their sexual orientation and gender identity have lower rates of trying to kill themselves than those who did not. The group's CEO and executive director, Amit Paley, said in a statement following the law signing that LGBTQ youth in Florida deserve better. He noted that social support is vital for suicide prevention and reminded the community in Florida and across the country that you are not alone. The bill has become polarizing as it moved closer to passage. It was condemned by thousands of Walt Disney employees across the country following its introduction, and they had planned to stage a voluntary walkout due to the company's CEO Bob Chapek's handling of the law. Chapek later apologized for the company's silence following the uproar he received from some of his LGBTQ employees. After calling the bill another challenge to basic human rights, Chapek said earlier this month he was sorry in a statement to Disney employees. "You needed me to be a stronger ally in the fight for equal rights and I let you down," he said. "You will hear more about our progress in the coming weeks," he said at the time. "I truly believe we are an infinitely better and stronger company because of our LGBTQ+ community. I missed the mark in this case, but am an ally you can count on, and I will be an outspoken champion for the protections, visibility, and opportunity you deserve." DeSantis appeared unmoved by the critics during the law signing, telling attendees, "I don't care what Hollywood says. I don't care what big corporations say. Here I stand. I am not backing down." A spokesperson for Disney issued a statement on Monday saying the bill should never have passed and should never have been signed into law, per NPR. "Our goal as a company is for this law to be repealed by the legislature or struck down in the courts, and we remain committed to supporting the national and state organizations working to achieve that," the statement read.